The recording has started. And I would like to also, I'm going to present my screen. Who has a phone number in the 414 area code?
Jaden Scott, I do.
Who is that?
Jaden Scott.
Okay, because I see the names of those who are using their Morgan accounts, but I wouldn't see the name, and I want to take attendance. So, I'm trying to get this. I tried to get this. Okay, one of the first things I want to do is find out how many of you were able to complete your both your interview and your B-roll assignments. Let's just go around and find that out.
I wouldn't.
I'm trying to get this screen up, and it's just I don't have good control here. Who has okay? Let's start with those who have completed both the interview and their. I want to know who has completed both the interview and the B-roll shots, both.
I finished the B-roll shot and shots and the interview, but I had to fix the audio. But I obviously cannot do that right now, considering the predicament that we are in.
So the audio came out poorly on the interview?
Yeah, I when I was trying to do the audio, I needed another SD card to put in the mic, and I forgot that I needed a smaller SD card. So I have audio in the interview, but it's just not connected. It can't really hear it well.
Okay. I don't want to make a big deal of this because there's nothing we can do right now, you know. So whatever we have, we can work with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a big deal of the quality. We know what good quality is, and we will try to do our best. But under the circumstances, normally I will tell you go and do it again. When you're in production, you always want to get your best workout. So if you do an interview and the sound or the light or something did not record well, you go back and do it again. You know, you don't just live with something that's not the best quality.
Yeah.
Under these circumstances, we will talk about it, but we won't be able to do that. That was who just sent me a Arian. You sent a note to say that I didn't get. What did you say in your note that you did it and were you able to upload it? Varian? I'm not hearing you because if you want to talk, you will have to unmute. Either unmute your phone. I see it's muted. If you want to talk, and if you're not talking, it won't allow you to do what? Zarian.
To unmute, you have to press *6.
Well, *6 is if you're using your phone. If you're in the app. If you're in they call this thing Adobe Hangout. If you're on your computer, there's a button to unmute. But if you're on your phone, I guess you have to either do *6 or find the button to unmute. Or text me. I'm reading some of your texts here. So what I want us to do now is figure out what we're going to do going forward. I want us to complete this assignment, this video and interview. So how many of you have not done the interview at all?
I did mine.
Who's that?
Tyson Rogers.
Okay. I'm going to go down. Yeah, go ahead.
I did mine, but because of like being at home now, I don't have all of like the editing softwares and everything we were doing, so I wouldn't even be able to complete it.
Okay, no, well, the good news is that I just posted something on in this in the that said that we have been given the privilege of editing on our private computers at home using Adobe. So there's a link that they sent, and all you have to do, I put it in the Adobe suite. I put the link for the Adobe in Canvas, and you should be able to click on it. But I want you to test it out. Do you have a computer? First of all, you need a computer. Well, there are two things. If you are using a computer, you can use Adobe Premiere Pro. But if you're editing on your phone, there's a program that's called Adobe Rush. And using Adobe Rush, you can actually edit on your phone. You can upload the videos to your phone, bring them into Rush, and edit. There are other things you can use to edit on your phone as well. You can use iMovie, and you can use what's the other thing called? Spark. It's another Adobe program that allows you to edit on your phone. So if you only have an Android, you can use an app that's called UCut. You say your video quality is not good? Can you mute your phone if you're not speaking right now? I don't see. Okay. So I wanted to take you through the editing process, but I want first for everyone to have some B-roll shots. Okay, if you did not or were not able to do the interviews, we're not able to get B-rolls, I want you to find someone at home. If you can't find someone at home, then you can be your own subject. It won't be an interview. You will rather write your own script to explain your own experience of something that happened in your life. And you can use your phone to record yourself. If you're at home, you might want to record your parents, one of your parents, your grandparents, your sister, or a relative who is in your home. So you have those options. Is there anyone who would like to record something different if you were not able to complete it? And let me know now so we can adjust what we did before. Anyone wants to record at home right now on your phone?
I do.
You can. Is that Abigail or
No, this is
Taja?
Taja. This is Taja.
Taja. Okay. Okay. Now, just what I would like you to do is, I want you to you need to prepare whenever you're going to make a project, do a project, and produce media. The first thing you need to do is know what you're going to say and come up as an authority, or at least you have done some research. So let me know what you're going to talk about. Give me where you're going to get the original information. And this will be something you will do not now, but you'll do, I'll give you a link so that you can put some amount of information in terms of maybe the person you will record, the topic, what are the questions you want to have answered, what's the main pursuit, what's your main message here, what do you want to find out, what will the audience get out of it. The same thing we did originally for when we had started this project. You would do the same thing, but for the new topic. And once you do that, then you may go ahead and present it. So I'm going to share my screen and go into Canvas to see where we will post this. All right. Okay, so this is our class. This is the access. Are you seeing my screen? Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I've sent this as an announcement. No, I didn't send it as an announcement. I sent it as a page, Creative Cloud Access. And this came from the school, saying that as a result of the closure, we will we don't have direct access to the editing labs now. So Adobe has provided temporary at-home access for impacted students and faculty so they can continue their work remotely. So these are the instructions that they've given. You click on this. If anyone has a problem, let me know. And you use your regular school credentials. I'm going to click on it to see how this works, okay? Then we'll select the school credentials, and it will put you on the website. So I click on the link. You have the link already because I sent it to you. Actually, it would have taken me to another screen. You know that screen that asks you for your email address and blah, blah, blah. Use your Morgan address. And once you click continue, it brings you here. And in this space, you have access to all of the Adobe cloud applications right on your desktop. Rush is something that you can actually download to your phone, as well as design. But if you have a computer, it's better that you use Premiere. So this is cool. And then you also have Audition. But I suggest if you're editing on your phone, and the good thing about this is that it does not matter if you have an Android or Mac or iPhone or a PC. It will work with any of those systems. All right. So for this week, I would like you to go through the. I'm opening Rush, and it has a lot of tutorials there. How to start. Let's go through that. You can install it on your phone using that link that I sent you. And it's really, really easy. Premiere Rush. So it's like an extension of, it's like a smaller version of Premiere Pro. Now I'm going back to our Canvas course. And in the modules, once you do their recording, you have to do the recording on the phone separately. And try to position the phone so that you can capture the audio. We have to use only one system. Once you record the audio, once you record the video with the audio using your phone, and you bring it into Rush, you cut out the bad parts, include some B-roll, put some text if you do your best, and then you come back down here to where we have, this is where I have installed the same Creative Rush, that's the same old credentials to enter. What I want us to do is to create a space or use the same old space for the midterm. Yeah, let's just use that midterm space. Once you've edited everything, well, I'm going to create a new one because I really didn't include the edited thing. All I wanted you to do was to upload the raw footage and upload the B-roll shots. And so I'm going to allow you for this week to go ahead and record, re-record if you need to. If the audio was not very good and you think you can just redo it on your phone, record yourself, record your family member, your friend, who you have access to. You don't have to leave your home to do this. Just make sure you come to the raw footage, and there are a couple of things I'm looking for. Try your best to focus it. Put the phone on a, mount it on something. Put some books up so that it doesn't shake. If you keep holding the phone to record, it's going to be shaky. So try to put it on something. And you don't have to worry about all of these because the phone is automatically going to make the image sharp. If you have an iPhone, just touch where the face is and it will lighten it. It will automatically take care of that. All you need to do is compose it well. Make sure that head isn't cut off, the chin isn't cut off, it's a distance away so that you get a nice little bust shot. And that's it. Okay? When you're doing B-roll, there is a very short video that I want you to look at.
Time. Without this
I'm going to go to the beginning. Now, this video shows you that when you're doing B-roll, you need to take shots from different angles. But I'm going to show you another. I'm going to post another one that shows you how to, make. There must be some motion, some movement in every shot. Either the camera moves very slowly. Always move your camera very slowly. either the camera moves. If it moves inward, it's a zoom. If it moves, and all you have to do is lean. When you're standing, you lean forward a little bit and then you stop. Or you lean back a little bit, or you lean to the right. This is just to put some movement in your camera work. The other thing is you could have movement within the shot. If someone is going to do something, they can walk into the shot, say what they want, and walk out. Or they can walk towards the camera, or they can come and just sit in front of the camera. You set up the camera where the chair is, and the person just walks in and sits. When they sit, they are well framed. So let's look at this. This is only 4 minutes.
Storytelling. I mean,
Okay, I want you to notice 2 shots here. He's walking up the steps, and it cuts to an angle where the camera now is on the veranda, on the porch. So he walks in here, right? Watch this change right there. So there are 2 things. He walks up, but then the camera stops him, comes to the side, he walks in. I mean, before he walks in, some other shots are going to happen here.
Storytelling. I mean, every time we make a video, aren't we just telling a story?
Okay, now, as he raises his hand, the camera shoots to where his hand will be going. There's a key up there.
We just telling a story? And just as a written story is made of words, sentences, paragraphs, compelling video stories are also made up of smaller pieces.
Again, he brings his hand down, the camera goes to where his hand will arrive, down at his pocket. So you will take an up shot, then you cut down then you stop and you film down.
I know.
And he's back up again.
There's a key here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
And then the camera comes back out. So you have to do all these things a couple of times. And your shots will be different. Maybe someone's cooking something. I don't know. Maybe you're learning how to cook a meal, how to cook pasta, how to bake a cake, something you learned.
Individual shots strung together to tell a story.
That's what a sequence is. Different shots, but they're all related because they take different angles that will move the story forward.
Learning how to shoot a video sequence, well, it can go a long way to turn your video story from dreadful to delightful. Sequencing is the foundation of video storytelling. You do it by compressing time. Without this compression, what you're left with are long, boring video clips. Proper sequencing gives a video editor a better way to tell the story by using a combination of wide, tight, and medium shots. By creating a sequence like this, you can efficiently propel your audience through your story. Sequencing helps you to compress time by compressing action. If you videotape the process of somebody scrambling an egg, it takes too long to show it as one continuous shot. You would show them entering the kitchen, opening the fridge, getting out an egg, finding a pan. Well, you get the idea. Here, I've sped up the process because it took over 3 minutes in real time. But you don't have that kind of time. If your video is boring, your viewer's gone. You have about 4 seconds before they decide whether they're going to stay or go. So sequencing helps you tell your story. Let's revisit our egg scene. We go from wide to a string of close-ups. Each shot gives the viewer an important detail about the story. We move quickly through the process, a string of peak moments, right down to the sizzle of the butter in the pan. To shoot this right requires some thought before you even begin to fire up your camera. You might want to make a list of all the shots you think you're going to need. But you know what? Edited together, you can take this real-time 3-minute clip and cut it down to 20 seconds or less. The cool thing is, your audience understands this sequence of shots and accepts this compression of time. Why is that? Well, it's because we see it all the time in television and in movies. Good eggs. Shooting a sequence on the fly requires a little practice and a lot of anticipation. When shooting a sequence, think about how you're going to put your shot together. What's your establishing shot? What's your detail shot? What story are you trying to tell? This means asking yourself, where's the action headed? Where do I need to stand to be in the right spot? What shots get me from point A to point B? Okay, if you're looking for a list of do's and don'ts, here you go. Shoot a wide variety of shots. If you have the time, shoot a wide, a medium, and a tight version of every shot. Tight shots can appear back to back, but adjacent wide shots, well, they're a jump cut, and they confuse the audience. Shoot an action and then the reaction, or the cause and the effect. You're showing the viewer what's important to your story, so make certain those points are clear. Shoot 3 tight or medium shots for every 1 wide shot. Frankly, there are very few trombonists who make excellent videographers. Using your zoom just makes you look like an amateur. Hold your shots at least 6 seconds. 10 is better. You can shorten it in editing. If you're following something that moves, let it motivate how you move the camera. If you're panning over to a building, follow a car in the foreground over to your destination. Sequencing will take your story to the next level. It does take a little practice, but with that practice, your audience will thank you. If nothing else, they're more likely to stick around to the end.
Okay, so that was that. And what I need to know is,
you have a story to tell, but you're not exactly certain where
I gotta
begin.
stop him.
Hi, my name is Drew Keller. My advice to you
we're done
is
with him.
begin at the end. At the end. See, it's really important when you're going to tell a story that you define.
Okay, we will look at this other video at another time. Right now, we're going back to our all these. All I need you to do is make sure there's a little bit of headroom. The videos are well framed, and you shoot it where there's some decent amount of light. All right, so we have until, I'm gonna give you until Saturday to finish this video and do a decent job. Do I have any questions?
Yeah.
Are we gonna break the people that was already submitted?
If you're submitted and you're satisfied that you did a good job, what you've submitted are the interview and the B-roll, right?
Yes.
And you're satisfied, that's fine. You have nothing to do, and you can wait. But if you didn't do a good job, you have an opportunity to redo this. You have an opportunity to do it differently. And you have an opportunity to get some decent B-roll shots.
So
If
we're just gonna.
All I need you to do now is start thinking of the next project. The next project I would like us to do will be something from home. And
so we're just submitting the B-roll shot right now.
You say what?
We're just submitting the B-roll shots right now.
The interview and the B-roll shots, everything that's supposed to go in this video. And then those of you who have already submitted it, the main interview and the B-roll shots, if you've done that, we're moving on to editing. We'll see how it works.
Would it be okay to like edit a voiceover of the interview since I couldn't get the right like audio? Because I don't want to disregard my whole thing that I just did because it's a really good.
Yeah, you can be creative. So if you have a good interview, but the sound is not all that good, then you will have to take your interview and create some kind of a script where you use your voiceover. For example, you'll say, I don't know, who was your subject?
My subject was my teammate. That was a senior.
Okay, so I would say, I don't know if I can find something that I can show you where someone is discussing. It's almost like you're discussing the interview. So you would say, I interviewed my teammate, and she was very anxious about this, or that. Then you put a little bit of her interview, and then you explain why she was anxious, and you allow her to say one or two things, and you use your voice and B-roll shots and mix it up.
Okay.
But for it to work well, you will need to script it. In
Okay.
other words, the way to start is to take the parts of her interview that you will use
Okay.
and put it in the order you want to use it in, and you organize it like introduction, where she talks about how this thing all began. And then you write how you want to introduce it. You can say, this all my roommate or my teammate is really, really good, a really good athlete. She is a basketball player. She's on the team. And then you can bring her in and say, I've been playing on the basketball team since blah, blah, blah. She only has to say a little bit. And then you go to the next topic or the next question, which was her play on the team has made the team win. And then then she will say, we've won so many trophies since I've been on the team. And then you can explain the details, so you can mix it up. But we have to have this all done by, say, Friday night, Saturday. So you need to you need to watch the video, write out the parts that she says that you will use, or if you can just take it and put it, separate them, the parts that you will use from her, and then write how you introduce those parts.
Okay.
And then you put it on. Now the challenge is also, when you're talking, you have a choice of being on screen or using B-roll.
Okay. I was probably gonna use B-roll because I have a lot.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, so you can use B-roll to cover up, where you're talking, so that you don't, it's more interesting when you show stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, good. And you can let me see. I can look at it before you submit it, if
Okay.
you want. If you want.
Would you like me to email that to you or send it some kind of way?
You will be. I'm going back to the screen. You will be submitting it under the module that asks for this. That was on week 7. The module that asks, that's week 7 video production for midterm. You will submit the B-roll separately and the raw footage separately. And then during this 9 week, we will, I want you to, the assignment will be the edited, the project. I'm going to name it the edited assignment. Okay. And that edited assignment is what I need people to complete. I would love to walk you through, for those of you who want to. I can walk you through the editing of the using the Rush or Premiere Pro. So what I will do is the next class will be a tutorial class. But for now, I'm going to give you chance to go and do all the recordings, complete all the recordings, so that when we meet on Thursday, you would have downloaded the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, or at least the applications you want to use, either Rush or Premiere Pro, depending on whether you're on an Android or a phone or a computer. If you're doing a computer, yeah, you will probably want to use Premiere Pro. Whereas if you are, yeah,
I have a question.
sure.
For my midterm, the B-roll, I use my roommate, and since we're not on campus anymore, my roommate is still gone. Like, I haven't seen her, and I'm not on campus anymore either. So, how do you want me to do my B-roll?
What is it about?
It was basically the title. It was basically coming to America because she's from Jamaica. So I basically asked her what was her experience coming to America.
Okay, so you already have the interview, correct?
Yeah.
And the interview is good, right?
Yeah.
So instead of can she send you some pictures of her in Jamaica? Can she just email you, stuff that she did when she's in Jamaica? Or if she's from Jamaica, I'm sure she has lots of still pictures.
Okay. So
or videos. You don't have to take it yourself. Ask her for what she has.
So you
All
should
right?
for videos and pictures.
Yeah, ask her for videos, pictures, and of course, you may need to go online yourself and maybe get a map of Jamaica to show people the Jamaican flag. You can look for stuff yourself as well as have her send you her personal pictures.
And I can upload that as my B-roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do that. All you have to do is create the space for it. You're gonna get a folder, create a folder. Remember, I think I showed you how to create a folder, and make sure you populate that folder. And then this is my my drive, right? And all you have to do is create a new folder and call it. Let's stick with this Awetu name, Awetu video. But make sure that inside this folder, you create. Remember, I'm reminding you. You create another folder for videos. I usually like to put the name because looking for it is easier. If you have audio separate, I would say photos, either Rush or project. I would say project, because I usually would put PP project if it's Premiere Pro, but if it's Premiere Rush, then I'll put PR project, but just say project. And then you need a final video, a final folder for the edited, a way to edit it. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if your audio is not separate, you don't need this one. You need 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you do that. Put all the videos in there, both the interview and the B-roll shots, put all the pictures and the, pictures of maps, pictures of whatever here. And then when you start, you will save the project in this project folder. But you remember this, you have an overall folder here. And within this overall video folder, you have this other 5 folders. Make sure you set this up before you start editing. And we'll go through the editing process on Thursday. Okay? Hello?
Yeah.
So I would like you to create your folder. Do all of you have your hard drives?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need the hard drive now. If you're gonna be editing on your phone, you don't need the hard drive.
How are we editing without the Microsoft, the Adobe stuff?
Who's asking?
Me.
Kayla, were you here when I just showed you that I've sent, where is it? Files? No, let me go to the module because I put it in the module. In the module, we have the access to Adobe Cloud now. Okay. I guess you may have come late. I've sent you an announcement. It's also in the announcement, and all you have to do is click the Adobe, this link, and put in your school email and password, and you will be able to use it on your both on your phone or on your computer, either both on your Mac, if you have a MacBook or smaller Mac Air, or you can also use this on a PC. If you have a PC, you can use this. You can, work on any of the Adobe applications on either PC, Mac, or whatever. So between now and Thursday, try to download the Rush on either your phone or your computer, or I guess you can do it also on an iPad. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
So between now and Thursday, download the applications. And for those of you who have not completed the recording or still need to do some recording, do that. We're not going to start editing until we get all the recordings done. The recordings are what I will grade for midterm. The editing, I'm not grading for midterm. We're going to start editing next week.
When you say recordings, what do you mean? Because I recorded like the interview and I edited it and made just a video, and that's what I uploaded.
Well, that was not what I asked you for, but if you've already done that, that's fine.
Okay.
All I asked for before midterm was for you to record the interviews and the B-roll shots. That's all I asked for up to midterm. And so that's all I'm asking for up to Saturday. You can, those of you who have not yet done all of the interviews, you have a chance to complete some kind of a video recording on a topic and do the B-roll as well. The whole class should now download the editing software from Adobe, and we will go through how to use Rush and Premiere on Thursday. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay, so the thing is that I don't want to keep you here because you have work to do. So I think you can go now and make sure your recordings are well done and download all of what you need. And then download the applications. And it's good to download it and make sure we do all the troubleshooting, because if not, we get here on Thursday and we say, oh, this didn't work. Let's know what's working before Thursday. Because it's cool learning to edit on your phone or having access to this application at home. You can spend your whole time just editing or, shooting stuff and playing with it because you have access. I think we should take advantage of this opportunity. Since Adobe is allowing us to have it at home for free, it's it's a good thing to take advantage of. Once we complete this video, we'll figure out what we can do going forward. I would like I'll give you the choice. We can go into some other things, or we can continue with more video productions, or we can learn to do a little bit of coding with HTML, or learning how to fix photos and play with photos. So there's a lot of things we could do, but I want to get this over with. Let's finish this away to video. Let's edit it. And then next week, we'll figure out what we'll do next. I'll send an email, or maybe I'll put a survey out so you can decide. You can vote. Y'all want to vote on what we work on next, because the things we're supposed to work on will be what's supposed to be a PSA with a tripod and real cameras and stuff. That will not happen. So I will give you the option of 3 different things that we can work on. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. We started off with about 13 people. Most people have dropped. I will have this video will be posted so that you go over it if you need to. All right?
Okay.
All right. So I'll see you on Thursday at 1 o'clock. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Be safe, everyone. I'm thinking about you all the time. And see you on Thursday.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, thank you.